Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Right, okay, everything seems to be working. Right, so today we are going to try and unlock the TG Pulse Neutraliser. So I've called this part 1B because as the part of the last stream I did, which was unlocking the caustic sinks, we went and did the first part of that, which was to collect the I can't think what they're called now. Let's have a quick look to see what they're called. So go into game. Yeah. So what were they? It was right. Inventory data. Something like massive energy surge. There we go. Massive energy surge analytics. Yeah. So we needed 5 of those. And we've got 5 of those now, and yeah, so we did that in the last stream. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change ship. I'm going to change to my ASP Explorer, and we're going to go over to a Guardian site to pick up some relics. That's the one. Use that ship. And I suppose I ought to find out where a Guardian site is. Let me just get a list up so I can find a Guardian site that should have what we need. So go to one where we can get the blueprints from. Right, yeah, so that should get us there. Right, so if we go into the galaxy map, yeah, right, so that should do, and again it should be planet 10, sorry, planet A3, yeah, so yeah, there's lots of fleet carriers there already. Oh, these have different icons next to them. Is that saying how many there are? 13 fleet carriers, 4 fleet carriers. Alright, that's just tell us how many there are. Can we click on those to enlarge it? See. Right, so I can see there are 13 fleet carriers. How do I pick one of them to go to it? Active quantities. Well, it doesn't matter, we're not going to a fleet carrier anyway. So yeah, so this is where we're going. I'll set that as our destination, which we already have done. I do need to check that I have some cargo bays on this ship, which should be fine. No, need to probably go to outfitting, would probably tell us better. Outfitting optional internals. Cargo rack. Right, so we have a size 2 cargo rack. Planetary vehicle hangar. Alright, we only have a size 2 cargo rack. Probably want something bigger than that, so I will swap my ship and we'll go in the Anaconda. because that's definitely got bigger racks. But I also want to make sure it's got an anti-corrosion rack on it as well.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Optional internals. Yeah, anti-corrosion rack. So we're going to go and need to collect some I can't remember what called, probes, unknown probes, whatever they're called now. Oh, so someone's jumped on a stream. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we are just setting off to unlock the last thing we need for the PT Pulse PG Pulse Neutraliser. And that is, we need a Grelic, which is a Guardian relic. And we need to go and energize it, I believe, at a Thargoid site. I did just set the. Let's put the location back in. No, it is set. It is set. Right, okay. Oh no, it's behind the planet. Typical.
Scan detected.
Yeah, so I've collected plenty of relics before, and I have been to Thargoid sites before, but I've never taken a relic to one. So let's see how that goes. Right, so I've flown far enough around the planet. Don't know how far this is. I don't think it's going to be that many jumps.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, oh, 2. I thought it was going to be further than 2 jumps.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
That is not the right. That's not where we're heading. Right, so Guardian blueprints. Oh, just a minute. That's more than 2 jumps. Right, where did it say it's 2 jumps? It's 10 jumps. That's yeah, 10 jumps is about right. Right, okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it does say 10 jumps now. I don't know why it said 2 jumps before. My stream seems to have paused. Let's refresh that. Okay. Maybe just my browser that's paused. So not so sure if any chat has just come in. If so, sorry, I missed that. My browser seems to have paused, but the stream seemed to be going out okay. Yeah, there's going to be loads of stuff here, so no real point in actually stopping to look at anything. Right, so I need to do some research quickly on Guardian sites. Where to actually go to get one. Have I got anything in my list? Let's just start with an era, see if that tells us where to go. Right, so data, stations, power stations. Trade routes, engineers, blueprints, components. Alright, they don't seem to mention anything about Guardian stuff on it in era. Right. Pretty sure I had a list of Thargoid bases. In my list of favourites.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got a list of ancient ruins there. Right, these seem to be Guardian. That seems to be Guardian stuff. I think that was from when. Alright, let's just Google it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so we need to be carrying a Thargoid probe or a Thargoid sensor to get through, to get into the center, which I knew about. What I can't remember is where we actually go to get those. So Thargoid probes. Thargoid, right, surface sites. Actually, better fuel up soon, fully.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
5 jumps to go. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I find a planet. So
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
yeah, so we have to go to a crashed Thargoid ship
System scan.
to find them.
Scoop disengaged.
Do we have a list of locations? Right. We don't have a list of locations. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right. So HIP 17125 could be a good starting point.
Engage. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hello, welcome to the stream. So we are on the way to a Guardian site to pick up some relics, and then we will be going to a Thargoid site to pick up some probes or sensors, and then we'll go off to an active Thargoid site and open it up and turn the relic into a Grelic, which we will then hand into a tech broker to unlock the what was it? GT Neutralizer, GT Pulse Neutralizer, PG Pulse Neutralizer.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
All right, so we should be we're next jump gets us into the Guardian system with the Guardian sites. So I think we're going to the system where that I use to collect Guardian module blueprints.
Frameshift Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Right, so we are here. Or in the system anyway. There are a lot of fleet carriers. Let's filter out fleet carriers on here. You can still see them on this map. Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things they did with update 15 is clear up when there are multiple fleet carriers on the system map, because that was getting a little bit out of hand when the systems were getting full. Right, I'm not sure if I'm going to need to scan this planet again, probably. Let's do it anyway. Oh, there's a Guardian structure. Don't need to scan the planet. We've already done it. So I'll just go down to the Guardian structure.
Orbital flight engaged.
Right, I may have to go in solo for this. Okay, if you're on a Guardian site, we're in open and there are other people there, it can screw. Well, it doesn't matter so much for collecting relics, but yeah, if you're trying to unlock the blueprints, it can screw up what the other people are doing. And I think only one person can collect a blueprint at a time. So I think each site's got like 3 or 4 relics.
Landing gear deployed.
I want to park the ship a little bit to the side so that the Guardian Sentinels don't attack. Right, get out in the SLV.
Low gravity warning.
so I think there should be a tower sort of immediately in front of me. That's casket. There's one.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Alright, so there's one there. There should be one over here. Right, we're going to put those back in the ship. We're going to get 2 more. I'll reboot and get another 2 as well. So we've got 8 on board. Oh, I can't shoot back at it from there. Let's get away from the ship. Alright, take the lock off. Yeah, they're not hard to kill. No, never try killing one on foot. Maybe, yeah. Right, so we don't want to disembark. We want to manage inventory. Board. Oh, there used to be a manage inventory button where you could just transfer your stuff to the ship. What happened to that?
Cargo scoop retracted.
Alright, well let's get out of the ship again. Deploy.
Low gravity warning.
Alright. I can dismiss it and I can board it. How do I manage? Right. You have to go to storage, I think. Yeah, it's transfer. Right. So yeah. So there's 2 Grelics on the ship. 2 relics on the ship. Let's go and get 2 more, and then we'll log out, log back in again, and get another 2. Right. So there's. Oh. There's 1 tower at the back and 1 tower on the other side, if I remember right. Yeah, there it is.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, so these do take up a cargo slot. So I can only carry 2 at a time. And there's one somewhere in this load here. There it is. Oh, that is a.
Under attack.
They do carry things that are useful. Guardian components, yeah, honestly, I've used some up. I don't know what I've used them on, up on, but and Guardian power conduits. Yes, I need some of those as well. I thought I was fully stocked up on all the Guardian bits. An orb as well. So again, orbs take up cargo space. Right, so we'll go back to the ship now. Drop those off. Log out, log back in again. There is another ship here. Right, so again, yeah, I may have just scuppered his chance to finish this mission because I've just taken all the relics, and you need one of them to finish the mission. So let's board the ship or log out. Logging in solo this time, so we're not interfering with other people.
Drive assist off.
Cargo scoop
I'll go back in solo.
Low gravity warning.
So there should be one around here. There it is. Oh. Yeah, I did have a whole load of these stored on my mothership, but I must have left them for sale, so now they've all disappeared. That was from back when I was unlocking the new shard cannons, I think. Alright, let's go and kill that again.
Target destroyed.
There's something up there, what's that? Guardian power cell. They're both Guardian power cells, which I am fully stocked up on. And a tablet. Right, don't need to board, we can just need to inventory transfer to the ship, confirm transfer, cancel that, and go and get 2 more. Okay, what's happening there? Okay, I've hit something, but what did I hit? Oh, I just reversed through a... Don't know what's happening there. Right, so here, in front of me. Right, there, right. So see my tyre tracks. There's something invisible there. Right, let's get out on foot and see what that is.
Drive
Symbol.
assist off.
Right, whatever it is. See all the tyre tracks ending abruptly just there. But whatever it is, I can walk straight through it on foot. Right, can I shoot one of those down by myself? I can. Right, let's get a nice screenshot. All right, so this is the lined up with the probes. All right, so right, I'm a bit too far back there. Let's come a bit closer. Can I get a picture with like 1 foot on it, as if I just shot it down as a trophy? Right, that'll do. Put my look at the camera. Give it a little bit of a... Alright, so just save that screenshot. And where are we? Alright, go back into the SRV, see if we can drive through that invisible thing.
Cargo scoop deployed.
wake up another sentinel somewhere around here. Yeah, there's one behind us. Woken up.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Let's go over there, see if there's anything we can collect. There's a power cell. Power conduit. An urn and a totem. I don't think we need power conduits. Oh, yeah, we do need power conduits. Yeah, it's power cells that we don't need.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Fly over everything, back to the ship. Right, that's the first bit down. We should now have 8
Drive assist off.
Cargo scoop retracted.
8 relics on the ship. Yep, we do.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Right, I think I should probably go and drop most of those off in my fleet carrier, so we don't have to fly all the way back out of here again if we get attacked. So let's head back to the fleet carrier now, drop those off, or 7 of them, and then we'll go and pick up some probes. Right, so that should theoretically be 11 jumps back. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Let's see if we can find, on the way back, I'll see if we can find a slightly more up-to-date location for
Fuel scooping.
Thargoid sensors.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Last time I did this, there was a list of sites that had them, and I'm having trouble finding that list now. And again, it may be that the list gets out of date, so. Right, so again, this is 3 years old.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I have a system name, so it's probably worth a try.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Right. Yeah, so where we're going next is in the Pleiades, which means we're going to be hit quite a lot by Thargoid attacks. So what's the rebuy on this ship? I can't remember what the rebuy on this ship is. I don't think it's going to be that much. It's a big ship, but there's not a lot on it in the way of expensive stuff. Rebuy is 11 million.
Fuel scoop disengaged. System scan.
Oh, and we are being attacked by something. Right, okay, don't often get attacked in this ship. Well, again, I don't often have cargo. Yeah, don't think I've ever been attacked by an NPC in this ship.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's not a very fast ship, and it's got absolutely no shields.
Three, two, one. Engage.
Alright, so people want my Guardian relics. That's not something I was expecting.
Fuel scoping. scoping complete.
Put some pips to systems, recharge those shields. And having weak shields means they charge up really quickly.
Four, three, two, one, engage. System scan complete. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Right, how many jumps? 2 more jumps to go.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Right, well, as I was just attacked, might be a good idea to do the next bit with no cargo. Just go and pick up some sensors.
System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, don't want to keep getting attacked while we're on the search for the sensors. So I think I'll drop off all the relics and then go and pick up the pick up a few sensors, and then we'll come back and pick up. No, I'll take one with me. I'll take one with me. Save some time.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged.
Should have slowed down a little bit sooner there. Just watching some of the videos on the Elite Facebook stream. Someone does something very similar to what I do when I'm taking screenshots. They've got a weight, they rest on the key. They're using it to fire a laser for mining. But, yeah.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
So yeah, Vulture just landing next to us. Right, so we want to cargo and transfer. Don't tell me that that ship got our cargo inventory. Oh no, it didn't. Right, that's good. Transfer. So transfer 7 of them onto the carrier. Need to go into the carrier and make sure that it's not gonna sell them. It says something different was different about the carrier interface. Management, so tritium, platinum, guardian relics. Sell price, sell, buy, cancel. Commodity trade, right. So that was set to sell them. So that's why all my Guardian relics disappeared. But yeah, so at the moment I'm just storing them in there. Right, okay. Double check that. Trade commodity, no. Right, okay. So that's why my previous relics disappeared. Now then, let's go and see if we can find a then I want to do it in this ship. Let's see how far it is and decide which ship to go in. Right, okay, that's in the middle of the bubble. Right, in that case, I think I shall go in. I'll go in the cutter, not the cutter, the courier. Clipper. Alright. Here's a ship. Let's see what kind of cargo rack it's got. Right, so it has got empty ministry slot, okay. Size 2 empty military slot. Fuel scoop, Guardian booster. It's got a size 6. No, let's go in this ship. Alright, so yep, I'm gonna have to go in the Anaconda. It's the only one that's got the actually can you get anti-corrosive size 2 cargo racks? Shipyard. Let's have a look at the shipyard and see if you can get those. Right, cargo rack, anti-corrosion capacity 2. Anti-corrosion cargo rack. You get one. Right, so yeah, anti-corrosion cargo racks only come in size 1 and 4, but I have a size 2 gap on this on the Anaconda, so I will use that. Where is it? Optional internals. Super Cruise Assist. Right, I can get rid of Super Cruise Assist and put it in there. Right, so I'll go over to Shinata Desria on the way, pick up a size 1 anti-corrosion cargo rack.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. Move clear of the landing pad.
Should be that one there. Just 3 jumps.
Launch successful. Good luck,
Frameshift
Commander.
drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Right, so we now need to go to Jameson Memorial if we haven't already plotted a route to there.
Scoping complete.
checklist. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Right, so we are here to buy a anti-corrosion rack. So outfitting. Back. Optional internals. I thought I had a spare slot. Right, so we'll put it where the Super Cruise Assist is. We don't need one of those. Just store that. Browse. Corrosion. Cargo rack. Anti-corrosion. Right, where's the size 1 anti-corrosion rack? Right, okay, it says size 1 anti-corrosion racks exist. I've got size 4 anti-corrosion racks in there. What's it called? It calls it a 1F. Right, see if it'll fit in there. So replace module. See if we've got a size 2 one. Right, okay, they exist in ED shipyard, but they don't seem to exist in real life. Shield generator. I haven't got anything else size 4 I could get rid of. I might as well put the flight assist back on. Right, well, hopefully the size 2 rack will be enough. Right. Right, so that was a waste of time coming over here.
Landing restraints lifted. You are go for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
Right, so let's plot a route to where we want to be. Just one jump away.
Frameshift drive charging.
Clear of station perimeter. Have a safe journey.
Four, three,
This sounds familiar. The body is called Hola. Halia. Pretty sure I've been there before.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah, so that's where we're going. Ah, I should have picked up a scanner from Shinanta Dezra before we left. Right, so need to scan this planet. And there should be a crashed ship.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so let's see anything about a crashed ship. Irregular markings, irregular markings. Minor wreckage, threat free. That could be it.
Orbital flight engaged.
I'd expect that to say non-human. Right, what are the coordinates here? These aren't the coordinates that are suggested. Right, that doesn't look like Thargoid wreckage. Alright, and there are definitely humans down there. Yeah, no, that's not what we're after. Right, so back on the search for locations for Thargoid sensors. Let's refine this search a little bit. So tools, the past, let's say the past week. Um, Alright, these are stations where you can actually go and buy them. So that's something I hadn't thought about. You can probably buy one from a fleet carrier. That's not what I intended to do though. I intend to go and get one. Um, right. Right, yeah, no luck there. Right, still not having any luck finding a location for them. Right. mm. Right. I think in this case we need to go over. Right. It says numerous sites. Right. Let's go back to what I was trying to do before. I'm sure I had a link to these previously. Blueprints. Nope, that's done it. Fleet carrier. Thargoid structures. Ah, there we go. Thargoid structures. Right, that seems to be a website that no longer exists. All right, let's search for that. Google Thargoid structures. Right, all these web pages with locations on there. The location section is blank. Right, okay, so it's got a target for us to go to. Right, so it's back into the Pleiades. So sort of expected would end up there.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Right, I've got a feeling that it used to be set where these ships would be. I've got a feeling it's become more dynamic since the Thargoid War started. So I think I'm going to have to search around the Pleiades for crashed Thargoid ships.
System scan complete. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Temperature critical.
Right, I've just found a named system. Yes, I think it's a named system. Let's see if this one actually exists. Nope.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Temperature critical. Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Right, let's see what we've got here. So lots of stuff in the small regions. Fleet carrier. Fleet carrier. Fleet carrier. Right, there's loads and loads of stuff here to look at. Non-human signal source. Again, they're going to be Thargoids. I don't really want to go and visit Thargoids in this ship. What we're looking for is non-human signal sources on a planet. What's that there? It's a belt cluster. Where are the actual planets? Right, I'm pretty sure that these sensors won't actually... Out of reach, not out of mind. Was that a tourist beacon? I'm guessing that's a tourist beacon. Unknown probe code. Right, unknown probe code. I think that's possibly a tourist beacon. By the location of the first unknown probe discovered.
Two clippers like the one I'm wearing right now.
Frameshift drive charge.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, I'm headed towards the maelstrom. I think I'm going to the right one. The HIP 8887 maelstrom. Get it? Okay, finally
Good.
burnt it off.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete. Orbital flight engaged. scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Low gravity warning. Cargo scoop deployed. assist off.
Cargo scoop retracted. Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, sorry about that. Yeah, audio's been off probably for a while. Yeah, so yeah, we're on a planet collecting the resources we need for going into the middle of the Maelstrom to investigate the Thargoid motherships. I now have all the bits I need. I just need to put them together. Yes, I was in a buggy. It was called an SRV, a surface reconnaissance vehicle. They are used. The ones I was in was a Scarab, and they are used for exploration and collecting resources. There's another one which is slightly bigger and will fit 2 people. That's called a Scorpion. That's more for combat, and it has additional different weapons and missile launchers. Right, so my ship will probably now start taking damage because we are now carrying corrosive materials. So just need to keep an eye on my condition, and we'll fly back to the mothership, the fleet carrier, and I'll drop off the corrosion things, get into a ship that has an anti-corrosion hull or anti-corrosion cargo rack, and then we'll go and combine the Grelic with something and make it turn from a blue colour to a green colour, and a relic and turn it blue. Yeah, sorry about the audio. I put my mic up, so don't know how long it's been since I haven't been talking. Yeah, so we've got all the bits we need now. We just need to go to a location and put those together. I should probably start looking for where to go for that. Thargoid. So we want Thargoid, active Thargoid site locations. What we need now. Yeah, see, I'm getting messages saying my cargo rack is causing damage. Yeah, I have done this before. What we're doing, we're going into a it's like a Thargoid ground base. If we take a relic there, it should set off a reaction when we go inside, and it will turn from blue to green. I then need to hand in the green relic to get the upgrade, which will allow us to go and visit the Thargoid motherships. I just need to know where we're going next. Oh, right, okay, yeah. And it seems like since the launch of Odyssey, all the locations have moved, and I think they're all temporary now. All right, we're getting interdicted by Thargoids. I'm not in the best ship to escape from this, so I need to. Right.
Flight assist off. Warning, hazardous environment. Under attack. Taking damage. Warning, frameshift drive reboot.
Right, so that got through my hull very quickly.
Internal damage.
I'm not very fast in this ship either, so I can't run away. Right, I got a feeling I'm about to die here.
Under attack. Module malfunction. Flight assist on.
Power distributor malfunction.
Frameshift drive charging. Thrusters offline. Power plant
Right, I am pretty sure I'm going to die now.
under attack.
Right, yeah. Not in a ship. Oh, it's not even a. Right, these are the new ones. These are faster. No wonder I can't get away from it. The problem is I haven't got any Thargoid fighting ships that are carrying SRVs. So, yeah, I'm going to die any second. Yeah, there goes the rack, and all right, end of the ship. Okay, right. So I'm glad I put the relics in the mothership. I still have some of those in my fleet carrier. I don't know where it's going to revive us. So yeah, we lost one relic, but I've got 7 more of those and 3 Thargoid sensors. So finding the Thargoid sensors was easier than I expected. Right, okay, let's redeploy. Alright, so Shinata Desria. That is not the last place I went. That's where I went on the way. So why it's not letting me redeploy into my mothership, I don't know. But let's redeploy. Right, so yeah, we're back at Jameson Memorial. Right, okay. Right, we need to. No, I will go and collect a sensor. Not a sensor, a new scanner, and put it on this ship, and then I will go back to the fleet carrier and take a much longer trip over there. I'm going to have to. Gonna have to do something with one of the ships to put an SRV in it.
Flight assist off.
Right.
Flight assist on.
I think I'm going to have to do it with my.
Access authorized. Clear to land at docking bay 26.
With my Imperial cutter. That's the only one that's probably. Oh, it's got enough space to have so only one of my Thargoid fighting ships has got enough space for a landing bay, a vehicle rack. Right, so let's go to services. Right, I'm not going to have time now to get that done in this stream, so.
You are most
Got about 15 minutes left. So let's just buy what we need in this station, go to my other ship, and then I'll recall it over to the other ship, and then I can put it on there. So I need to get a vehicle rack. A small one will do. Need to get some more sensors. Right, so in utility mounts we need to buy a experimental that's not utilities. Utilities, right, so experimental, so we need to get one of those and get the enhanced one, so we can scan. So I need a few of those, but I can only carry one in any one ship. Caustic launchers, that's they're an experimental as well, I think. Are there different types of caustic launchers? Oh, that's because I've got some already. Shutdown neutralizers, so right, why is it not letting me buy? These are ones that I already own. It's not letting me buy one. Ah, right, maybe you can only get those from the rescue ships. Right, the other thing I need is need to take my vehicle bay from optional internals. So it's a 3G1. Need to try again. Take the vehicle bay and store it. And store that. And we'll just buy another one. So vehicle bay, these aren't engineered. Planetary vehicle bay 2G. So I want to buy another 2G one, so we've got one spare. I wonder if I can put an SRV in that. Yeah, so these are the two different buggies. There's the Scarab and the Scorpion. I really don't like the Scorpion. It's okay for combat for certain things, but it doesn't fly anywhere near as well as a normal one. It's got, I don't think it's got any cargo space either. If it has, it's less cargo space. It does have the ability to, well, it's the same cargo space. Does have the ability to have 2 people in it, which is good if you're traveling with somebody else. But yeah, it's really horrible to drive. Right, so so I'm going to actually store that one as well. So store module, and I also want to buy a not a planetary vehicle hangar, a ship launch fighter hangar. I can't think what they're called now. Has it come to there? Planetary vehicle hangar. Oh, I didn't realise you could get ones with 4 slots. Right, now I want a ship. Right, maybe that slot's not big enough for a ship. Right, so let's put one of those back in here. Right, so pick one of the ones I've already got and equip that. Hopefully that'll take yeah, it's got the plug it in there already. Right, so I do have other ships at this location. The other thing I want to buy is a ship, a fighter slot for fighters, little fighter ships. So, right, so this is a ship I don't really use. And I think the fighter slots start at size 5, so it's, let's store that module and browse. Let's see, where's a fighter bay? Planetary vehicle hangar, reinforcements, fighter hangar, there we go. So yeah, they do start at size 5. Right, so size 5 you only get 1, 2. So you can have a 7 or a 7D. What's the difference between those two? I'm not quite sure what the difference is between the 6 and the 6D and a 7D. The 7D is more expensive. It's got more integrity, but it weighs twice as much, and it doesn't allow any more. Right, so I'll just go back on there. Back. Right, so this ship isn't big enough for one of those, so let me just put that cargo rack back in there. Right, so I need a ship that has a size 6 slot. What have I got here that will maybe have a size 6 slot? Dolphin, keelback, type 6. Type 6 will probably have a size 6 slot. It is a transport ship. So optional internals. No, that's only got size 5 as well. Shipyard. And the Dolphin maybe. So the Dolphin is a passenger ship primarily. No, the biggest bay there is a size 5. Looks like I'm going to have to fly over here to get a size 6 one. So I have one already stored. Let's just have a look in stored modules to see what I have. Fighter hangar. Right, so I have a fighter hangar. That is all right. I have a fighter hangar stored in the ship, so I can, yeah, I'll just use that one. I was hoping to get a size 6 one and take 2 different types of fighters over, but looks like I don't actually have a ship here big enough to put one on. Yeah, so the Asp Scout is the biggest ship I have here, and I'm pretty sure that will only go up to size 5 as well. Yes, it will eventually destroy the ship. It corrodes it from the inside out, so it takes your modules out slowly. You can repair them probably faster than they get damaged. But yeah, you can buy anti-corrosion cargo bays, particularly for carrying these types of things. Unfortunately, that ship wasn't big enough for me to fit one on. I did try and fit one on, but they're supposed to be size 1 ones, but I couldn't find one. So yeah, it would have been. I should have had plenty of time to get back, but yeah, you can't travel like that forever. Right. So what do we have size-wise in here? No, that only goes up to size 5 as well. Right. Okay. So yeah, I'll head back to the mothership, to my fleet carrier now, and move all the stuff onto my Thargoid, my big Thargoid fighting ship, which does have an anti-corrosive cargo rack, but it doesn't have some of the other things which we'll now put on it.
Disengage from landing pad. Maintain correct lane on exit.
We have a big ship landing here. So where we are now, Jameson Memorial. This is, if you played the original game of Elite back in the 80s, Commander Jameson was the name of the character you played. And to get to this ship, you have to become this station. You have to become elite, and you get this station as like a reward for becoming elite. And the reason I came here earlier was because this station is one of the few stations that sells absolutely all the, well, say absolutely all. It sells all of the normal upgrades you can get. And it also has a, I think it's like a 10% discount on everything. So if you're fitting out a ship, it's the place to go to fit it out. If you're sort of doing it a lot. So that's where I built a majority of my ships initially before moving them into my fleet carrier, which is why I have lots of ships stored there, because I have one of each ship. I haven't actually used all of them.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit optimistic trying to take on Thargoids in an exploration ship. Because yeah, this ship is made for lightness and the ability to jump long distances, which means it isn't actually very fast over a short distance. But you can see there I can jump 57 light years. I can actually jump 77 light years. Is it 77? It's about 70 light years in this ship. But it's very light, which gives me a good jump range. Unfortunately, it's got very poor thrusters on it, which means I can't actually go very fast. And it has no weapons and minimal defences. Yeah, so I have... there are, I think there's 42 different ships available. Somewhere around 40 anyway, and I have one of each of them, and so I have several ships set up for mining, different types of mining. So there's laser mining, so I've got a ship set up for laser mining and another ship set up for core mining. Core mining is when you blow up an asteroid and take the contents from inside the asteroid. Laser mining is you just blast the materials off the surface. I have 2 main trade ships. I have a Imperial cutter, which is the biggest trade ship, but they can't land at all stations. So I also have a Python as a trade ship, which is medium size, which means it can land at all the stations. I have ships for collecting resources. So I use an Imperial cutter for collecting resources because it has quite a large jump range. It's quite a tough ship, but you wouldn't want to use it for exploration because the fuel tanks will only take you 2 jumps before you need refueling. That's also a really fast ship. I've got a boa, which I use for solo fighting Thargoid solo. You need different, or you used to use different tactics for fighting Thargoid solo, but it's only got enough resources on board to kill one Thargoid before you need to repair and restock. And I have so that's for fighting the big Thargoids. I have another ship for fighting the small Thargoids, and so that's loaded with machine guns, corrosive machine guns, which will take out the small Thargoids quite quickly. And I've now fitted it with a long-range scanner, which is what we just picked up, which means I can take on the smaller of the big Thargoids with that as well.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I have one ship set up for being AFK, so basically it's just loaded with long-range laser weapons. I can go and park it in the middle of a pirate zone and leave the ship alone, and every time a pirate comes in, attacks me, my ship will just shoot it by itself. You just leave it on full auto. And yeah, it's got like 9 long-range laser weapons on it, so whenever I get attacked by pirates, it will just shoot it, and I get the bounty for killing pirates without having to do anything at all. So I have a few exploration ships. So there's this one which was my first exploration ship. I don't really use it now. I use the Anaconda now because it's got a better jump range. But I also have an exploration ship which is loaded with scanners for doing sort of close range exploration. So I use that when I'm exploring mining locations rather than doing long range exploring. And a few small fighters as well. I mean, I have an adder, which is one of the small fighters. That's loaded up with some quite heavy weapons for a small ship, and I can take on bigger ships with it. It's really hard to shoot at because it's so small and fast, unless you have gimbaled or turreted weapons. But it's also fast enough that I can take on quite a big ship and just sit behind it, where none of the ships have rear-facing weapons. Some of them have weapons that can turn around and face the back, but they're all designed to shoot forwards. So if you sit immediately behind a ship, it basically can't shoot at you. So yeah, that's designed for doing that. I have a PvP ship, which is a Third Lance. So a lot of the ships are named after snakes. The Third Lance I don't use that much because I'll only go and shoot somebody else if they're shooting at me. And generally speaking, if they're shooting at me, they are all they do is go around doing PvP. And yeah, what else?
Scout detected.
Actually, with it landing, I'll show you the list of all the ships that I have. Yeah, so most of all the ships that I use are on my fleet carrier. The ones that I don't use, which I haven't decided what I want to use them for yet, they're all stored at Shinata Desria, ready for fitting out for whatever I want to use. Right, so yeah, so I've got 26 ships here. So there's the current ship, which is my Asp Scout. I do use this for collecting resources as well, if those resources are on the planet. Yeah, I forgot about that one. That is a small range fighter. That's the fastest ship in the game, and that's set up for scanning wakes. So that's a particular type of data you need to collect to improve your frameshift drive, and for those you need to be able to move in normal space really quickly. This one is a small ship that I set up for shooting Thargoids. I can take out big Thargoids with that one. But again, it's after shooting one Thargoid, you've used up all your resources and you have to come back. This is the small fighter I was talking about, which can be used to attack big ships. That's the one I use for exploration of mining locations. I don't really use this one. This is, again, it's a fast ship. It's one of the fastest ships in the game, but I don't really use that one. This one is set up for, as it says, breakdown recovery. You can go and help commanders, so if they run out of fuel or if they are particularly damaged, you can go and help repair them. So that's what that ship is set out for. This is, I think this is probably the oldest ship, or one of the oldest ships that I have. That's the ship you get in the original game. Again, that's just set up as a fighter. This one's set up for smuggling, so it will run really cold, so it's hard for people to track. And that is one of the mid-sized trade ships. So yeah, that's I've never really actually used it in anger, but if I do smuggling, that's what I'll be using. The Viper. So this is a fun ship. It's the biggest of the small ships. It has two large weapons. So I use that for sort of PvP sometimes and other things. This one is for collecting resources that float around in space. That's my mining python. I have two pythons, one for mining and one for delivery missions. At the moment, my other python is set up for transporting VIPs. The Chieftain, again, all these alliance ships, they were designed for Thargoid, and that is what I use them for. But I only really use the. Okay, I can never remember which one it is. I think it's the Chieftain's the only one I really use, which is the biggest. So that's the third lance, which is for PvP. This one is for the core. Asteroid core mining. That is for solo Thargoids. This is for smaller Thargoids. This one is for the one I use for on-foot missions. It does have weapons, but those weapons are only weapons that can be used against people on the ground. So it's really hard shooting a person on the ground. So this is loaded up with missiles and mines, so you can just fly over a settlement and drop loads of mines on it like a bombing run, and those mines slowly fall down to the surface and explode, killing anybody who's outdoor at those locations. That's my main exploration ship. This one's for laser mining. That is my trade ship for carrying large amounts of goods. This one, this is the one that's set up for being AFK. It's just full of laser weapons and loads of shields and hull reinforcements to make it really tough, so you don't need to do anything while that's there. This one is the one I'm going to be working on now, which is the big ship for fighting Thargoids. This is my another combat ship. This is also currently set up for fighting Thargoids, but it's probably not the best ship. This is my main combat ship that I use for collecting resources by shooting other ships. The Eagle, right, that is a ship I got when I started the game, because they gave me two ships. They gave me a Sidewinder and an Eagle. That one is still in its original location, and I've never even flown that one. So that is still in its absolute pristine original condition. So this one is that's set up as a combat ship, but it's a small combat ship. Right, this one will be this is the cheapest ship in the game. And what I used to do before we had bookmarkers, so you could mark different locations, I used to just buy one of these ships and leave it there because they're dirt cheap. So I used to buy it, strip all the stuff out of it, and just leave it in a location as a marker, which is what that one's for. Hopalot is a it's not an exploration ship. It's a it's set up for a long jump range. But if I want to move to a different station, I use that ship because it's a really cheap ship, so I can get it moved to another station for a low price. It has a long jump range, so I can get there quite quickly. So I use that when I want to travel between ships in different locations. That is my setup. It's my trade ship, medium-sized trade ship, but at the moment it's set up for VIPs, transporting VIPs. That is also set up for scanning wakes, like the wake scanner, but that's at the location where you need to use that data. Now this is a what's that? That's the Beluga. So that's the biggest ship in the game physically, and that is a transport ship for again take passenger ships. That one is currently set up for rescue missions, I believe. I should probably do some of those. I haven't done any of those for a while. But yeah, that is the biggest one for carrying passengers. Right, that one I've not really decided what that's going to be yet. Same goes for the adder. Right, so I mentioned I have a Crate Phantom which I use for on-foot missions. I have two of them. One of them on the ship, and one of them in Colonia, because I don't take my fleet carrier to Colonia, and that's the ship I have in Colonia for when I'm doing all my Colonia missions. Dolphin, again, this is a passenger ship. I don't really use that one. This is the small transport ship, so that's the first one you buy when you start increasing the size of your ships to get the bigger ones to make money by trading. So that's what that one's for. Again, this is a combat ship for the Federation, and so is that one. That one is set up as a pirate ship. If I'm doing any pirating, although I haven't really had any luck doing pirating, and that one is set up for Thargoids. It's probably not a good idea to use that for Thargoids. I don't know anybody else who uses federal ships for Thargoids. This one, it's Black Maria, so that's set up as a prison transport, so that's for transporting prisoners. Keelback is it's the next size up transport ship from the Type 6. This didn't exist at the time when I would have needed it. People do use those for racing though, because it's the smallest ship that can carry a fighter bay and an SRV bay. So people do use that for if they're doing racing. Infiltrator, can't remember what that was for. I think that's probably a cool running combat ship. So yeah, that's the ship we were just in, and the Orca, again, that's set up as a VIP transport passenger ship. So yeah, lots of different ships, and you can use any ship for anything really, depending on what you put inside it. But some ships are more combat orientated than others. Some of the ships have military cargo racks, which you can only use for defensive equipment. And again, like the passenger ships and the transport ships don't have those. Yeah. So what we're going to do now? Let's get into the. No, first we need to take the stuff out of this ship that I brought back with me. So outfitting. Actually, most of the stuff I want to put in the other ship I left in the other station. and I'm going to pay to have that delivered to this station. And that does take a little bit of time, but we did bring back the, where is it? Utility mount. Right, okay. I'm sure I put... Did I leave that at the other station? Utility mounts. Empty. Right, am I in the same ship? Shipyard. What ship am I in? Does it tell me what ship I'm in? I'm in I'm in the ASP. Right, okay, let's see if we can actually just transfer stuff across. If I did leave it there. Right, so stored modules, utilities, experimental. Right, so they're all the things I have locally. Right, let's just double check this. So current ship. Right, so I did change ship. So that's the ASP Scout. We were in the ASP Explorer. So ASP Explorer. Right, okay, I'll see what I've done. Yeah, at the other station, I transferred from the ASP Explorer into the ASP Scout, leaving all the stuff in the ASP Explorer. So, right, so I'm going to need to transport that to this station. It's going to cost me $500,000 and take half an hour to get here. Alright, so let's transport all the other stuff to this station as well. So, stored modules. So, I want to bring a fighter rack to here. Oh, that's already here, so that's good. And we want to bring the vehicle rack to here. So transport that to here. Again, that's going to take half an hour as well. It's a lot cheaper to carry across. Right, so let's put the fighter rack in that ship that I'm going to be using. So it's back to the shipyard. It's going to go into Poppy the Pop. Puffy the Pop, Poppy the Pop. Yeah, so you can see there's a Thargoid on the dashboard there. I put the Thargoid on there to indicate this is one of the Thargoid fighting ships that I have. But we want to go into the services, outfitting, optional internals. I'll take out that size 5 rack and store that. That's not a rack, that's a hull reinforcement. And we'll put the fighter bay in there. Where is it? Fighter hangar. Right. I'm not sure what kind of. Right. Okay. So we have the Javelin fighter in there. I'm not sure if I can actually change that from within this ship. Right. So we want a ship that has the most shield health, I think, or is it armor health? Right, so all of those have the same armor health. So right, so that's got Anti-xeno multi-cannons. So that'll be the best one. So we'll fit that into our rack. Right. So yeah, so that's got Anti-xeno weapons on board, so that should be good for that. Just check. Right, stored modules. Right, so I will need to hire crew to fly that. I don't have any. Oh, I'm going to need to go to the space station to get crew because I don't have any here. Right, okay. I think that's it for this stream. So thanks very much for watching. Yeah, so it is a lot of ships. I did spend most of the time I spent playing the game has been spent building ships. They are all fully engineered. So that means you buy the ship stock, and then you can upgrade the modules in there, or you can buy new modules to get better modules, and then you can actually upgrade those modules, and that's engineering. So yeah, so it spent a lot of time getting all the ships up to be as good as they can be for what I use them for, which means I can build ships very quickly now out of bits and pieces. So I don't need to spend loads of time building ships now. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. I will be streaming it again probably tomorrow to try and complete what we started today. And hopefully we'll go and be able to visit a Thargoid mothership tomorrow. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.